Alright guys, here's the skitty. It's Empty Brooke here. Over the summer I want to work on an animated project. Not sure which one I want to do, but I've got 5 listed here that I want you guys to decide. So I'll give you a general description of the show, some of the characters maybe, and perhaps how long each one would be. And you guys tell me which one you would actually watch were I to put it on YouTube. So the first one is Causing Coal. If you've gone through my videos, you've probably seen the crude, rough opening I did about a year ago. Causing Coal is a story of a teenage kid that goes to live with his grandmother Maureen after his parents die in a fire which he is suspected of starting. So he goes through like lots of pains and he thinks it's supposed to be normal because nobody's ever taught him about that kind of stuff. And his grandmother catches him with his face half mutated. Oh, that's nice. As she explains the curse of his family and that he has to change fully once and then he won't have to deal with it ever again. But when he does change, it becomes extremely addicting. So he ends up changing multiple times and eventually gets seen by the media. Let's see. Bad guys. There's one bad guy in the first season, and each season is 13 episodes long, I should mention. One generic bad guy that wants his DNA, you know, stupid-ass villain stuff. Then there's his best friend Amber, who's always coaxing him and getting into stupid-ass stuff. Mostly in his bat form, because she's evil that way. Then there's Bonnie, who's a vampire hunter, and she's sworn revenge against all vampires because one of them killed her grandfather. And she thinks Cole is a vampire in his bat form. Haha! Then there's a guy named Faust too, so you get to hear lots of good doctor humor. And his last name is Watson, so you get to hear lots of Sherlock Holmes humor. There's the 3 bully There's the 3 bully cheerleaders. There's Wanda, who's got a crush on Cole. She's like the generic, stereotypical goth kind of thing, I guess. Then there's Toby, the shy big guy. There's Gwen and Milo, who appear maybe halfway through the first season. And they're also cursed individuals like Cole, but they don't turn into bats. They turn into other creatures. Like, pretty much every cursed turns into a witch's familiar. Because this is a witch's curse. Yeah? So, yeah, there's that. And, right, that's Causing Coal. It will be about 3 seasons long, I guess. The next one is Hood Magic. I like this one because it's got a lot of friendship and character development in it. It centers around 2 friends, Frankie Baxter, or Franklin rather, and his best friend Hogarth Dakota, aka Decker. Like, that's his nickname for obvious reasons, you'll see. And one of them finds out he's got magical abilities passed down through his family. And I'm not going to say who it is, but here's a general description of the characters. Frankie is a responsible teen, and he always does his homework, he works at the community center, he's an all-around good guy. Whereas Decker, on the other hand, is a complete douchebag. He's in bad with the police, he runs with gangs, he's the school bully, he's an all-around horrible person, but he and Frankie are best friends, and Decker's always standing up for Frankie, so good friends, they've been like that since preschool, not really gonna change. The idea is that after one of them finds out they've got magical abilities, they both start, sorry, they both start having fun with it. God damn it! They both start having fun and trying to defend themselves against the hordes of evildoers that want this magic for themselves, you know, someone's got magic, I'm gonna take it kind of shit. So yeah, there's that. Hood Magic is weird. I'm not really certain how many seasons it would have. Maybe like Cole, it would have 3. Next one is Laws of Stone Allegory. It's not even a full season long. It's only got 10 episodes. It centers around a living statue named Mortimer Grau, who doesn't remember most of his life before he was found by a chick named Sari the Sage. And that's S-A-R-I, not S-O-R-R-Y. But if you think about it, it really works, because she's a crappy magician. She has a business of her own, and Mortimer has pretty much helped her take it off the ground. And the show doesn't start off when they first meet. It starts about a year after they've met, just before their first year anniversary. They're not dating, by the way. So there's pretty much also 3 bad guys in the background conspiring against them, but Mortimer and Sorry are completely in the dark about everything. They're just fighting and doing what they will and trying to protect their secrets and, you know, what have you. So there's that. It's done in a cartoony style, so it's kind of weird. The animation will be rather crude, in my opinion. Next one is Rest in Pieces, which is the story about 2 friends, Mackenzie Kenny, aka Matt, and Aaron Patterson. And it's pretty much the idea is that their obsession with death turns it into a normal part of their lives. Do you guys shut up in the background? Goddamn. And sorry, it's my sister and my brother. They won't shut up. So Rest in Pieces, right? Weird, convoluted, confusing story, but fun nonetheless. Lots of morgue and mortician humor, graveyard stuff. There's a couple zombies, few funerals, lots of ghosts, and a necrophiliac, a necromancer, and even the Grim Reaper makes an appearance of some black kid named Gary. So, always fun. Actually, Rest in Pieces is shorter than Laws of Stone Allegory. It's only 9 episodes long, and it's the animated rendition of a comic I want to do in the summer of the same name. The last one is Extreme Genes Project Z. The idea is that in the future, the human race is under threat of extinction by two individual armies. The race of aliens called the Usurek, who want to take Earth for their own and take all of its natural resources, or what little is left. Mostly they want the polluted air because they breathe that shit. Then there's the AI machines who, well, they're just revolting against their human masters now, aren't they? So scientists create something called the Perfect Gene Project, and they send it back in time with 2 people, but something goes terribly wrong, and the 2 people that are supposed to be taking it back get separated. By the time one of them makes it back and finds his partner, he figures out he's 18 years too late. And the project has already cultivated in the womb of some teenage chick and grown into a fat, lazy, grease monkey teenager from Motor City, named Zed Tureen.
Detroit.
Yep, Detroit. And so yeah, Zed Tureen, destructive, fat, lazy, chaotic. He's mostly found in the junkyard, smashing shit with his golf club, or in his basement playing video games with his best friend Rainer, who believes he is God's gift to everyone. He's a fame-hungry, grease monkey teen. His design makes him look like a little troll or a gremlin or something. Goblin, actually, Zach said. After him, there's Paige, who's an all-around nice chick, but she's really oblivious, and she always seems to sleep through the important stuff. Yeah. She's also really, really responsible. She's always helping Zed and Rainer out with food and stuff, because Lord knows they eat a lot. After her, there's Dira Cora, nicknamed Deeds. She's a cyborg, and she's also one of the best friends of Rainer and Zed. Pretty much the only competition Zed has in the video game department. Sorry, I had to punch my brother. He's being a douche and blocking me while I'm pacing. Right, so after her, there's Devin, who is the last time traveler. He's a complete control freak, and he's always trying to make Zed see that his way is the right way and that he needs to do what Devin says is right. But, you know, Zed doesn't want to listen. After them, there's the Usurek commander. He's pretty much like Zed. He's very destructive, but he pretty much just blows shit up. He doesn't smash it. So those are the ideas. Tell me what you think. If you need any additional info, I could give it, I guess. Just PM me or comment or whatever. Let's see. I'm not really looking for voice actors right now, but if there's a character you're interested in voice acting for, very helpful. I need a lot of guys, pretty much, because just about every main character is a guy, and there aren't that many guy voice actors on YouTube that I've seen. So tell me what you want to do. Tell me which one you would actually watch. Any way you feel you need to, whatever. So yeah, just